The woman saying, my numbers were all out of order, my blood pressure, my A1C, I was diabetic, this, that, and the other. And what she said is, I'm so fearful, I can't believe this. I was born this way and I'm going to die this way. That is completely false. We were not born that way.
Obesity is a complex disease.
They are the new drugs sparking the weight loss revolution.
All of a sudden, I felt like I was freed.
But there's confusion and controversy. Are the medications safe? Should children take them?
Hell no, kids shouldn't take it. Hell no, kids shouldn't take it, and neither should you. We're going to get into all this debauchery and craziness with all these weight loss drugs pushed upon the American people in lieu of exercising and eating correctly, eating whole foods and stopping the infusion of processed sugar, inflammatory foods, and highly processed foods that are causing the obesity. All that coming up right now. Are you ready?
She would be 500 pounds by 16.
So I'm having a conversation with lead experts to answer our questions.
These medications are really a game changer.
What happened, I was diagnosed with diabetes. My labs and blood work were scary. My A1C numbers were 10 plus, my cholesterol, my liver, everything was sky high. And I remember thinking to myself, like, this is it. This is the way I was born, and this is the way I'm going to die. I truly did not feel that anything could change.
How are your numbers today?
Completely normal. Everything is in complete normal range. Like,
Wow.
I avoided going to the doctor because I felt so much shame. And now it is the most amazing, tears of joy. when I
Because
see it.
in losing, you have now gained so much in terms of your own health.
Absolutely.
Yes. So
Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thank you for rocking with me. Please, I really appreciate all you guys. This is a health, fitness, nutrition, and wellness channel. If you don't know me, my name is Manny Brandon, and we rock and drop videos every week, multiple videos a week. We're going to get into this. It's very important, but first, I appreciate you guys. If you are new to the channel, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, share the video, and if you're feeling generous, please hit the super thanks heart-shaped icon beneath the video. It really helps, and it will head to me getting more content. All the revenue goes to more equipment and things to produce better premium videos. I really appreciate you. The first thing I want to get into is the clip you guys just saw, the second one. The woman saying, my numbers were all out of order, my blood pressure, my A1C, I was diabetic, this, that, and the other. And what she said is, I'm so fearful, I can't believe this. I was born this way and I'm going to die this way. That is completely false. We were not born that way. Just like you're not automatically predisposed to have diabetes. It all depends on what your family history is. Your family history of cooking, the types of cooking they did, is passed down from mother to daughter, mother to daughter, mother to daughter, through generations. If they're cooking with high fat, salty, high inflammatory fried foods all the time, and that's a staple of their lifestyle, and they pass that on to the next generation, that's the type of inflammatory foods that are going to be eaten, and that same type of toxic buildup is going to be built up into the bodies of their offspring. So you're not going to die that way. You are not born that way. That's a big lie they tell patients to get them on these drugs. You're not born that way. It's a gradual and steady process of tons of inflammatory foods, red 40 dyes, mucus, highly processed sugar, and processed foods, or processed carbohydrate foods that destroy your A1C, raise your blood sugar level, and promote, a diabetes lifestyle and high blood pressure. That's where it comes from. She also said one other thing. On this new drug, I stop when I'm full, I eat when I'm hungry. That's what you're supposed to do anyway. That's the problem. Most Americans don't stop when they're full and eat when they're hungry. They just eat eat because our brain receptors, our hunger receptors, have been modified by the processed foods. The red 40 dyes and all these other chemicals they put in the processed foods, they actually shut down the portion center of your brain that tells you you're hungry, that you're satiated. And that's why people keep eating, and that's why they become obese. All right? It kills me and it hurts me so bad to see people, wasting away and being lied to by the media, when all they got to do is eat organic, fresh, whole foods that are building, that are nourishing, that are healing. Grass-fed steak, wild-caught fish, organic fruits and vegetables, and herbs. That's all you got to do. And then implement exercise. All right? That's the thing. They're doing this in lieu of not exercising. I got a little cheat sheet because I want to read off of this and then respond so I don't miss anything. This is very important, guys. You don't have to be on diabetic medication all your life. You do not have to be on blood pressure medication all your life. So in this podcast that Oprah Winfrey had on the Oprah Winfrey Network, they're blaming hormones and brain function. Well, that's altered by the processed foods that they're giving you. Just like that drug they try to get us to put in they want to create a problem, okay? Then they want to give you their solution to that problem. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing with food, all right? They're advocating, they're advocating weight loss drugs because they don't want to tell people what the real healthy, permanent solutions are, which is exercise and clean eating. So many Americans are sedentary today, all right? They said how much we weigh is not in our control, and that's a lie. It is. Pull back eating, do intermittent fasting, go for a jog, go get a girlfriend if you need someone to help you maintain accountability. That's a lie, all right? Oprah Winfrey actually gave the solution during this podcast. She said, yeah, now you can eat when you're hungry, stop when you're full. You're supposed to do that anyway, without the help or the stimulation of any drug, because the processed foods and the chemicals that they have in them shut down the hunger centers of the brain, so you don't know when or you're full and why you don't need to eat anymore. And a lot of sweets, primarily the foods that have that, are processed foods and sugary foods. Sugar is one of the main things that just shuts down your satiation center in your brain, causes inflammation, and is a precursor to cancer and things like that. All right. Stop when you're full, eat when you're hungry. You're supposed to do that anyway. Portion control. All right. You want to address diabetes and high blood pressure with this medicine instead of choosing the right foods and eliminating the wrong ones. I got into that. Eat clean, buy organic. Even if it's a couple dollars more at the grocery store, buy organic, guys. Add in exercise. Don't be sedentary. That's the catalyst to this problem. All right. That's all you got to do. Now, they're asking, why would you change your body fat if you could? They're trying to create like a narrative where they're relieving you of responsibility and relieving you of accountability, right? Now, you can abstain from processed foods. It's hard because our taste buds have been triggered to make us want and crave these things, and that's the thing. We have a craving for sweets and sugar because the processed foods do that. They attack the the only way I know to describe it is the craving center of our brain, what makes us crave sugar. You have to readjust your palate and your taste buds by eating healthy enough, long enough, so that your brain reprocesses itself and you no longer crave the processed sweet foods. So they're talking about the receptors in the brain that the medicine triggers to tell the brain you're not hungry anymore. But the thing is, if you eat the right way, the correct way, whole foods, and if you have a sweet tooth, try to invest in raw honey and organic maple syrup. They don't attack the brain in a way that sugar does. So you can maintain your normal taste palate, and receptors on your taste buds in your brain to allow your body to recognize I'm full and I don't crave these processed chemicals. All right. Now, processed food and chemical additives target your hunger receptors. I just went over that in the brain and tell your brain you're not hungry. This causes weight gain and lack of discipline. And then people kind of get lazy, and the heavier they get, combined with soccer mom duties, work, kids, family life, they start to say, I don't have time to to go work out, or I don't have the money to buy organic food. And you got to make time, and you got to sacrifice and buy organic food. Instead of buying that pair of Jordans for your son, or that diamond necklace, or refinancing the house, or getting that 10,000 new kitchen overhaul, you have to invest in your body first before you do your car, before you invest in stocks, before you invest in bonds, before you invest in real estate, before you invest in anything physical. You got to invest in your body first. You only get one. You only get one. All right. Just want to go over a few things. I'm just like running through these notes I put down because I want to make sure I tell everything to you guys that I wrote down. Now, to lose weight is not really hard. Exercise, eliminate processed foods that affect and increase your hunger. That's it. Ozempic and all these other drugs, guys. Oprah had that ABC special on Mounjaro, and a lot of women that came on our podcast were coming on advocating their experience that they had, this, that, and the third, because so many Americans have been satiated and pandered to and coddled to the point where they don't want to work out. See, if you work out and you have a regular normal body mass index, and you eat regularly, you eat healthy, and you work out consistently, you don't have to, there's no damage to undo. You don't have to undo all that damage. All right? The thing is, when you eat like that in a horrific way, processed foods, fried foods, mucus building foods, cancerous building foods, and have a sedentary life, you blow up to 250, 300 pounds, you become obese and overweight. It takes hard work to eliminate that. And a lot of people want the fast fix. They want the quick fix. Just like the kids in this generation, they want everything fast and quick. When you do damage control, instead of doing damage control, you have to see something happening when it starts. As soon as you start seeing it happen and your body starts changing, that's when you have to jump on it. And most people aren't doing that. Ozempic, Mounjaro are toxic drugs that have crazy, horrific side effects. All right? I'm going to list that right here too. Aside from that, foods are healing. Organic foods are healing. Whatever you are, pescatarian, vegetarian, vegan, carnivore, foods are what God gave us for our medicine, not some chemical that was made in a lab, guys. All right? Now, this guest also says she received, this is a guest that was on the Oprah Winfrey podcast. She received shame on social media in comments that advocate when you get off the medicine, you will gain your weight right back. Now, they're talking about pushback from taking this medicine, but it's a cruel thing to say, but it is true. You get off the medicine, Oprah Winfrey, and there was a doctor that Oprah Winfrey was conversing with on the Zoom with the third party, and the question was asked, what happens if I stop taking the medication? Oprah Winfrey and the doctor said, well, if you stop taking the medication, you haven't healed the problem. You have to continue to take this to maintain your health after you start taking it. And that's where the conundrum exists. No medicine that's real medicine that will heal you, has to be taken for the rest of your life. They advocaately, identify the fact that you have to take this chemical for the rest of your life to maintain that weight loss that you got artificially, unnaturally. That's not medicine. When I eat beets, eat watermelon, I mix it with ginger for several months and bring my blood pressure down and work out with it. Once my weight comes down, and I just keep advocaatly working out mildly, basic exercise. I don't have to keep, if I don't want to, I don't have to keep eating beet juice and drinking beets to bring my water, to keep my blood pressure down. Once you eat right, it's a complete permanent fix as long as you maintain that diet. What would you rather do? Maintain a healthy diet with foods that constantly feed, nourish, and build your body, or maintain a physicality from a drug that infuses chemicals in your body, that will release its hold on your body and divert back to an obese body once you start taking it? All right? They're not telling you the other side, the flip side of this. Now, the truth is you will gain the weight right back. Exercise, better food choices that should only be organic, unprocessed, whole foods. That's the key, guys. That's it. That's all you have to do. I was so angry when I watched this podcast And these chemical latent foods have triggered our brain so that we do emotional eating. All right. Carb and sugar craving. I'm gonna tell you a reason why this is done, guys. A lot of you guys may not be carnivore advocates or the keto diet, but a lot of reasons that millions of people advocate the carnivore diet and the keto because it's low carb or no carb. Now, sweet potatoes, oatmeal, organic oatmeal. These are examples of healthy whole food carbs. They're actually really good for you. Organic oatmeal without oxalates and organic sweet potatoes, purple Japanese sweet potatoes are super loaded in vitamin A, B, everything. Those are healthy carbs. They're talking about the unhealthy processed carbs. Chick-fil-A's, the buns over there, anything you get in bread or biscuit form from the Popeyes, brownies, tasty cakes, donuts, sugary items, white sugar, white processed sugar, bread, cookie crisps, and all the kids' cereals. Those are processed carbs. Breads with gluten in them. That if you look at most bread products, buns and rolls, most of them have 80% of them have high fructose corn syrup. That's a toxic, inflammatory, worst version of sugar you can eat that spreads and brings on dementia and Alzheimer's. It's linked to Alzheimer's and dementia really early, actually, now. Because so many teens are eating it now and not exercising. All right. Now, they're saying if you stop taking the medication, high blood pressure, diabetes, and obesity will elevate again. And that's their advocation to keep the customers on it. Take this to maintain your healthy lifestyle. Don't stop taking it. But the thing is, the reason why it would rise back up if you stop taking it is because those conditions were never eliminated in the first place by healthy means. We got to smarten up, guys. Don't let them take control of your life. They were never eliminated by healthy means. So they haven't affected and destroyed the true dangerous cause of these situations, of these health issues. The true remedy is exercise. I'm going to keep saying it. Exercise, exercise, exercise. A healthy diet. Change your internal biology back to what it was. All right? Back to what it's supposed to be. If your family was diabetic, members of your family was diabetic and had high blood pressure, and you come from the South where your mom ate a lot of fatty, fried fish and fried foods, that is not your fate. I'm going to repeat that. That is not your fate. You can totally change your internal biology, your body chemistry, by eating whole foods, organic fruits, organic vegetables, and herbs. I did it myself. I had a stomach ulcer. Drank cabbage juice for 2.5 weeks for 3 glasses a day. I read that my stomach ulcer will heal. I did that and my stomach ulcer healed. My weight came back up. My back stopped hurting. My stomach stopped having acidic pains. My appetite came back. My skin cleared up. All that. All right. So I hope you guys can understand and really try to put this to work. Implement these things I said in this video. If you have high blood pressure, problems and diabetes, and they want to medicate everybody. They want to prescribe things for everybody. There's 3 basic foods. Watch it to the end, because I'm going to put a thing in the beginning saying to denote to watch to the end for these foods that will lower high blood pressure with exercise, as long as you eliminate the sugar and all the toxic foods. Eat 2 grapefruits every day. Cut it up and eat it. Eat 2 ruby red grapefruits every day. 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. Chop up beets. Beet juice does not taste like the beets. Beets themselves are kind of like tart. When you extract the juice, they actually have a good sweetness. You can mix it with apple cider and ginger. Beet juice, grind the beets up in your juicer or NutriBullet, add spring water, puree it, squeeze it, strain it, add a little bit of apple juice, apple cider to it, and throw a whole little branch of ginger in there. Chop it up. Beetroot juice once a day. Okay? Lemon water at the top of the morning. Squeeze lemon and spring water only and drink that 3 times a day. Celery juice. And eat the hell out of organic watermelon. As much as you get. Watermelon, regular watermelon, if you can't get organic. But those foods right there will lower your blood pressure. Add exercise into that equation and your blood pressure will come down and stay down. All right? I thank you guys for watching and listening. I love you guys. I care about your health. That's why I started this channel. It's not just working out. It's also fitness, physical fitness, mental health, you know. And you got to get that diet right. I got a lot of cooking videos on here too. Smoothies and whole cooking meal videos. Thank you for watching, guys. Subscribe, like, share the video. And really share this video with your family members. And come back next time. Let me know what you want me to talk about. Until then, booyah!